Hey folks, how's it going? I know it's been a while. I've been busy and lazy and busy and a little more lazy, but I've been keeping myself occupied actually. My brothers and I have been doing some good fishing. The rainbow trout fishing was phenomenal this year, so we stuck to that. And it's kind of hard for me to film and fish and catch fish, and so I just didn't do any of that, or I'd share that with you. Just know it was a phenomenal year. And so yeah, it's been a while. I have made some videos. Some I didn't find anything, so I deleted. I have some stored on my phone. We'll look at a couple of those today. The first one, we're going out on a brook, look for some gold. And in the meantime, as a lot of you know, my dad passed away about a year and a half ago, and he was a collector of things. So my brothers and I, we've been going through his stuff and seeing what he collected and seeing what has value and what doesn't, what we're going to keep, what we're going to give away, and etc. So while you're watching that video, I'll be here doing that. I'll see you back here in just a few minutes. Well, hey folks, today we're out on this little brook here. And this is behind my buddy's house. There's a nice little waterfall right down there. I'll put up a little video of that right here. And I continued up through just my eye, looking for that good spot, you know. The property line is right in here someplace, so we're not going to go up much further, if any. I already walked up, but then I came back down because on the way up I noticed some gravels here. See the gravels? And everywhere around it's bedrock. That's all bedrock with my fingers tracing. Even on the downstream side here, it's all bedrock. So we know there's a depression in here. So I got my scoop out and I dug down in there, kind of a little bit right there. The rest is gravel, and we got a little speck of gold. Let me show you. Hopefully I'm not turning you around there too fast. Right here, right there. That was a third of a pan. So now the question is, do we go back and get their little tiny sluice and a shovel? Because this water is pretty cold. You know, about freezing my hands up sticking them underwater. So maybe I'll go back and get the shovel. We're not parked too far away, right down in his driveway here. So and maybe that little plastic sluice, remember that thing? And I can set it up here someplace. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, I got our little plastic sluice set up down here. Now one of the reasons I came up here to prospect, I saw some really good cracks downstream. I mean, not great looking, but good looking cracks. But back in the day, I was up in here working. Hopefully you can hear me, that waterfall. But I was up in here working for some gold, and I found an area just like the one we're digging, where there was a hole down in the bedrock, and I pulled a nice picker out of there and a 1909 penny. I gave it to the owners of the place. But yeah, so that's why we're working that spot up there. But I think that might be the spot. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we got the sluice set up, and man, this bedrock is slippery. Alright, I pushed that material through the sluice, and actually it'd be a lot faster just panning the stuff, but it's fun sluicing, you know. We got two little specks. One right there, and one right there. Two specks. Alright, I'll get those sucked up. I left the snuffer bottle up above. We'll go grab another pan anyway. Alright, let's go do that. Okay, we got another pan full out of our hole there. Now it's a big triangle, see? And I'm gonna go grab my stool and feed this through the sluice. I was gonna pan it out, but my back is sore as heck, so yeah, let me go grab my stool. We'll go down and feed it through the sluice again. Okay, I have pan number 2 put through the sluice. Gonna give it just a few seconds, and then we'll do a cleanup on this one too. It goes pretty quick, so I'm thinking we might better do it like that. Or we could let it sit, but I want to see how much gold is in that pan, so we're gonna pull it out and have a look. Just a couple pieces of lead here, and there was some finer pieces of lead again, but I'm going to look through it one more time just to make sure, and then we'll go get another pan. One thing I do like about this sluice though, it's you just set it right in there. Once you got your initial bed set, you set it right in there and it's good to go. There's not really much fussing or fighting with it. You're just ready to go. Alright, this is pan number 5. 3 and 4 we didn't get nothing except for a little bit of lead. Let's see what this one says. Well, the last part of the video, I thought I was taking a video, but I only got a picture. We didn't get any more gold, so we got out of there. Nice little ice fishing setup there, huh? That's something my dad had. I don't remember him ever using it, so maybe just something that he collected up. Old antique there. Pretty nice. Needs a bath. I'll give it a good cleaning. Sure do miss him, but that was a nice little brook, huh? We found a little bit of gold, nothing big. Beautiful little spot to have some fun at. Like I said in the video, though, I found a nice little New York-sized picker there years ago, probably about 15 years ago. So there's more there. We'll get back over there and try to find them. And just a minute here, we're going to go over, made another video, a detecting video, and we didn't do too bad, so maybe you want to check that out. If you're not into the detecting videos, maybe I'll see you on the next video. But while I got you in the shop, I just wanted to say something here. The last video I put up, it was a little short one, you know, like half a minute or something, but it was got a little advertisement from my buddy's new business he started, Genalock. Now on that video, I got a couple comments that, you know, I'd like to make mention of. The first one, a little bit of negativity, you know, a little negativity toward NFTs, and that's what Genalock is kind of about. But and you know, that's okay. We're only human. We all get a little negative once in a while, especially now that there's internet and YouTube, and I miss those days before that stuff. But we wouldn't have YouTube if we didn't have internet, right? So, like I said, we're all human. We all get negative from time to time, so it is what it is. As long as we're still having fun, that's what matters. And the other comment, it was kind of, I believe the person actually unsubscribed, left the channel. I can't really tell for sure though, because it looks like his typing was a little, I don't know, sped up maybe or something, but reading it, it kind of seems like he left the channel, which, you know, I'm okay with that. As long as he's still out there having fun, it's okay. He left the channel and I'm okay with that. If you'll notice, I don't ask for subscribers. I don't ask for likes. That's just to me, I believe that's a commonplace thing. If you want to do that, you will. And if you don't, you don't. If you forget to, well, then you forgot to. Because, you know, to be honest, there's times I forget to push the like on videos that I like. So, and, you know, if there's ever a time where you don't like what I say or what I film, what I look like, getting pretty hairy, and you want to leave the channel, I'm okay with that, as long as you're still out there having fun, right? That's what it's all about, having fun. And that being said, I'd like to just mention the whole Genalock thing, in case some of you are unfamiliar, which I am very unfamiliar with NFTs, non-fungible token, I believe that's what they're called. And I'm just starting to kind of learn about them. But the NFTs that I remember when they first started, they were just like digital images of cartoon critters, kinda. And since they were the only ones in existence as a digital item, they had value and people bought those things. And if I remember right, they went for some good money. And there's still those digital NFTs made today, and there's value in them. And it's kind of like cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin. You know, it's all digital. There's nothing actually to show for it. And that's kind of how Genalock is different, you know. It actually uses your graded collectibles like coins and sports cards and you know, comic books, all those collectibles that can be graded. Just go to Genalock.com, read down and through everything that my buddy wrote on there, and you'll get a better understanding. It actually helped me to understand a little bit. That's enough about that. I can't be a spokesperson for it because I don't know enough about it, but I am here to help him out, and yeah, why not go take a look at it? So that being said, let's get out there and do some metal detecting. I got the video all. I'll put it right after this. We did pretty good, and you'll see. I'll meet you back here. Well, hey folks. I know it probably seems like we're down on the creek today, but actually we're going halfway up this hillside over here. We've been here before. We're going to go up there and do some detecting. There's an old road that cuts down over the hill, and we're going to before we were doing really good on that old road, so we're gonna go back and hit that old road again with the metal detector and see what we get. It's a beautiful day though, a little bit of breeze. It's about 45 degrees out, but sometimes that sun pokes out and it's pretty nice, so it's gonna be a good day. I'm just gonna sit here for a minute and take in this view, and then we'll head up the hill there, hike all the way up over that hill about halfway and start detecting. All right, I'll see you up there. What a gorgeous day though. Whew. I just came up the steepest part of the hill. Tired right out, man. But yeah, we're a third of the way up there, but look at this. The trillium's coming up. This is actually a protected flower in New York State. Well, here it comes. Spring is here, folks. Spring is here. A little one there's trying to come up. Yep, spring is here. Alright, gonna keep going. That away. Okay, we made it up to the old road here. See it running down through there. And then goes off that away. And out that way, if you remember, we've been here before. There's a foundation out there. We didn't do too bad. We didn't find anything incredible, but it was still a lot of fun. But there's several opportunities here. We can go to that foundation. We did pretty good on this road down here at the bottom end. And that was my plan for the day, to get back down the bottom end of this road and kind of work my way back up. Alright, I decided, I know I'm facing up the road, but I decided to detect my way down this side, and then when we come back up, I'll detect up there. I found a shotgun shell right up 52, 54 right up there. I figured it was. But we got a better sounding target right here. It's reading high 60s, low 70s, so there's a little bit of chatter around it, so it might be a piece of iron, but let's dig it up and find out what it is. I'll bring it back when I'm closer. Well, that's why it was sounding all different kinds, on and off. Low 60s, 70s, a whole shotgun shell, an old deer slug. Alright, we'll keep moving. Junk. Okay, we got a really good sounding target here. 82, 81, 82 right there. That usually means a coin, but sometimes it can be just old rusty iron. When I get closer, I'll bring you back. Alright, sounds like a good one. Having fun, man, having fun. Okay, this one kept running around on the ground, kept trying to get away from me, but we got roundness in the hole right there. It looks like a tiny coin too. What is this? Let me pull my sunglasses off here quick so I can get a better look. Looks like a modern dime, kinda. Yeah, it's a modern dime. Yeah. Okay, we'll keep going. Thought we had a good one there, but we don't. Alright, keep moving. Alright, we've just been detecting along. Actually, next to that modern dime, I found a modern penny, found another shotgun shell. But right here, we got a nice sounding target. Reading an 81, that usually means a coin. So when I get closer, I'll bring you back. Alright. Beautiful day. Nope, just a little aluminum kind of nut. Alright, more junk. Alright, we'll keep going. Alright, I've been poking along, getting junk. I finally got a wheat set. You can barely tell, but yeah, there's a wheatie. There's a wheatie. Stuff is getting older. That's good. That's good. We're almost to the bottom. Alright, we got another great sounding target right here. Right there. It's reading a 90, a constant 90, not 89 or 91, constant 90. So when I get closer, I'll pull you back in. 90 is sometimes and usually silver, so let's see what it is. Yes, sir, we got silver. Look at that. It looks like a quarter. I haven't picked it out of there yet, but it looks like a quarter. Yes, indeed. What is the year? 1942. All right. 1942 quarter. All right. Silver. All right. That's pretty awesome. I mean, it's not extremely old, but hey, it's still silver. That's pretty cool. Okay, we got another good sounding target right here. Solid 76. That's usually a button, or maybe, yeah, usually a button, maybe a coin. Let's dig it up and see what we got. I'll bring you in when we're closer. All right, having fun. And it's another wheat penny. I'm not sure of the year. We'll take a look at all that later on. Hopefully it's a 1943, huh? And we can retire. All right, we'll keep on digging. Well, unfortunately, we're still not retired. All right. Right up there, you can see that spot right there. That's where we just got that weedy, a few feet away. We got a 81 target right here. Sounds pretty shallow. Let's try to dig this one up together. It might not work. I might have to bring it back, but let's give it a try, huh? Find the pinpointer. Real shallow right there. All right, let me kneel down here. Try not to shake you around too much. Just plug out the top here. Pinpoint. Yep, another coin right there. So what is it? Looks like another penny. I can't tell. There's Lincoln's head. I can't really tell if that's a memorial. Kind of looks like a memorial, don't it? Yep. Pretty sure that's just a memorial. Alright, modern. Stinking Lincoln. Alright. The bottom of this road definitely seems better. It's like some fellow that used to walk up and down through here daily had a hole in his pocket or something, but we'll recover everything you lost, right? Alright. Keep on keeping on. Okay, we made it all the way to the bottom of the road. We worked down that side of the road there. So I'm going to take a little break and then we'll work back up this side. And then if we still have time, we'll go to that upper foundation way up there and poke around there a little bit. But take a little break and we'll head back up. Having fun, man, having fun. Alright, I've been working up the right side of this old road here. Got some more junk and another wheat penny. And then we got another round thing right here, another coin. Looks like the size of a penny, probably just another penny. Maybe one of these we pull out will be a flying eagle though. That'll make number 6 flying eagle for me. I can't really tell what it is. It looks like Lincoln right there, but I can't be positive with this one. We'll clean them up later on and have a look. Okay, I'll keep moving. I'll keep moving. Having fun though, man. Hopefully you guys are too. Hopefully you're out enjoying the day. If it's a nice day, shut this video off and go do something. I don't care. As long as you're out having fun, I'm happy. Gotta have fun, man. Alright. I'll keep on swinging. And, yeah. Cleaning my tool off here. Anyway, I'll keep swinging. And if you notice, I'm not swinging like, not gritting it out. I'm just kind of going over it really quick like. And you know, you might think, well, why are you doing that? You know, you should cover it all. Well, I want the chance to come back here and actually find some more stuff. And if we grit it all off and detect it precisely, that means this spot is hunted out. And I don't want to hunt this site out. I want to be able to come back here several more times and still detect. And then when I think we're getting toward the end, then we'll grit it out and be more precise and try to get everything right out of here. But that's why we're just kind of swinging like this. It's kind of not fast paced, but average pace. Pretty little flowers there. Iron. Alright, I'll keep swinging. Okay, I came all the way back up the road to this old foundation here. The hole is just back in that knotweed here. This place is it's just a mess. It's hard to detect in here with all this Japanese knotweed in the way. So I swung around there a little bit, then found a couple pieces of junk, but maybe I'll just swing right through this little path right here. And then we're just going to head up the road here. We're just going to go up the road and see if we can find any remnants of any old structures or whatnot. Maybe find another place to detect. If not, then we're just going to cut down over the hill down to the creek and walk up the creek. And just because it's a beautiful day, man, who doesn't love walking down the creek, right? So that's the plan. I'll poke around here just a little bit more, and then we'll make our way up this road. Alright, Having fun, man, having fun. We made it down to the creek. I didn't see any more signs of any structures up there in the woods, so we came down the creek. Nice little trout hole right there. And a beauty up under that tree, huh? But I'm gonna go over there and sit by that tree right over there and just have a little break and sit and enjoy the sound of this little creek. Thanks for stopping in, sticking around, coming along with me, keeping me company. And give me somebody to talk to other than myself. Greatly appreciated, greatly appreciated. Well, I was out there fun metal detecting, huh? Found a piece of silver and some other coins. Surprised we didn't find any buttons, but I've just been out here going through more of my dad's stuff. He had a lot of old fishing stuff and new fishing stuff and all kinds of tackle. And I found this old Rambo knife. That might bring back some memories, huh? You remember those? Right after the movie came out, they came out with these Rambo knives. It needs to be cleaned, but got the compass in the handle. Still got everything in the handle, the fishing line and saw and everything. Pretty cool. They bring back some memories, that's for sure. But thanks for stopping in, keeping me company on these videos. Really appreciate it. You give me somebody to talk to other than myself, that's for sure. And I do enough of that. But I'll see you on the next one. I got a couple videos ready. I filmed them previously, like in metal detecting one. That was, I don't know, a month ago. It's still kind of chilly out. The weather's been really nice lately. Rain today, but so I'll put up those other videos we got out on the creek about a month ago still, and found some gold. I'll put those up here in a few days. But like I said, thanks for coming along, sticking around, and keeping me company. I'll see you on the next one. I'll keep having fun. Hopefully you do too. Even if you leave the channel, I hope you keep having fun.